I saw this thing fall out of a tree next to me, and it literally landed not that far away from me. And at first, I didn't want to touch her because I thought she might bite me. Before I knew there were cats and foxes in the garden, so I knew if I just left her there, she'd be food. And I just didn't like the thought of that, so I just picked her up and then I plonked her on my shoulder. And ever since then, we've just sort of been together. As soon as I saw her, I just saw Pablo, without even knowing if she was a male or female. But from day one, I felt very affectionate towards her, and she seems to show a lot of affection back to me. Who's that? The last year, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety, not being able to go out and meet new people, and just kind of struggling with an awful lot of things.
So how's Pablo doing today?
Since I met Pablo, it's given me that extra confidence to meet people and go out and socialise again.
Does she have a favourite shoulder?
She does, and it's this one. I can't really think of life without her now, even though it's only been 3 weeks. It sounds crazy. Well, I knew from day one that there was something up with her because she wasn't flying around and she wasn't behaving like the other birds. And yeah, I just wanted to see if she gets better. I think the whole situation, a bird falling out of the sky that happened to land next to me, is very surreal. And I feel very lucky that it happened to me, to be honest. She's made such an impact. To lose her would be devastating, really.
This is Pablo, and I've come to see Jo. She's got a sore leg.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Not bad.
How's Pablo? Sleeping?
Some people will see parakeets as a pest. She's not an indigenous native species to the UK, but in her case, she is a pet to Luan, and they obviously have a very close relationship.
Can I have a little look at her?
Sure.
And just have a look and see how the leg's doing. She fell from a tree, right?
Yeah, she fell from a tree next to me. She still uses her leg, but she doesn't really...
She doesn't grip
grab
very
it,
well,
no.
does she? So I'm just checking whether she's actually able to use the foot to perch, because perching is so important for them. She's obviously using the left leg a bit more.
Yeah.
You found that when she's on your shoulder, she prefers to sit kind of one-legged.
Since I found her, she's been like this.
We just need to figure out why she's preferring to weight bear more with her left leg. And if she's not able to perch with the right foot properly, then she'll put all of her weight on the left foot, and that can lead to issues with the good leg.
Yeah.
So we just need to figure out why she's preferring to weight bear more with her left leg, even though she's able to grip quite well with the right one.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna gently pop her in the towel so she doesn't get too stressed. And I'm just gonna quickly have a look at her 2 joints there. All right, Pablo. So what we'll do is we'll take an X-ray of her legs, and we can see how that joint's looking. She might have a fracture there, and infections can get into the joint.
Okay.
And so we want to make sure that she doesn't have that. To get good views, we need her to stay still, so we'll just give her a little bit of anaesthetic gas.
Okay. I'm remaining hopeful and optimistic, but yeah, I'm worried.
Okay, so if you want to wait for a little bit, and then I'll update you shortly when I've got some X-rays.
Okay.
Okay. Go. Hi, Nathan.
Hiya, what you got there?
This is Pablo.
Wow. So I'm guessing she's friendly.
Yeah, she's very friendly.
I think you turn into like the exotics vet now. We don't often get birds here.
Okay, Pablo, come on, darling.
So what are we doing then?
So we're going to take some X-rays of her legs. I'm worried there might be a fracture there. We'll have a look at the X-rays and have a look, but it's definitely that hook joint that's a bit swollen and why she's holding up the leg.
Well, let's hope you can find something on the X-rays and help her.
Okay, we're looking a little bit sleepy. Lights. X-rays. Nath,
Yeah?
I think it's it's a really bad fracture. You can just see the fracture there. You can see there.
It's really painful.
And this was obviously the swollen joint because everything else is up inside, but when she's asleep, that's why we can't extend the leg properly. Oh.
So this isn't good news for Pablo, and it's definitely not what I was hoping to find. And I did think Pablo probably had a fracture, but not this high up, so it's a lot more serious than I thought.
Here we go.
Pablo. Hello. How is she?
She recovered from the anaesthetic really well, really quickly. But I'm afraid the x-rays didn't give us the news that we wanted.
Right.
The fracture's quite high up. Surgery is an option, but we have to consider that she's a really high risk for any anaesthetic. And obviously that one would be longer than the anaesthetic we did to do the x-rays.
Okay.
But she's healthy, she's good weight, she's eating, and so, you know, her chances are reasonable, but bird anaesthetic is really risky.
I thought it was going to be very straightforward. I thought she might need some medicine or an operation or even some physio. And no, it's very disappointing.
The surgery is very high risk, so we have to consider the other option, which would be putting her to sleep, because with a fracture like that, she's going to be in a lot of pain.
I'll have to give it some thought, but I probably will go ahead with the surgery.
They're not great options. At least with surgery we can try and fix it and potentially have a good outcome with a usable leg that's not painful, even though it's a higher risk because she's a bird.
I want to give her the best fighting chance. I feel like she's sort of turned up at the right time. She's helped me an awful lot. Now it's my time to help her. Here we are, Pabs. I've decided to go ahead with the operation. It wasn't too difficult to come to because the other options were so miserable. I mean, putting someone down that you love, it was a clear choice to go ahead with the operation.
Hi, Luan.
Hiya.
This is Scott.
Hi, Luan. How are you? Nice to meet you. Hello, Pablo. Aren't you gorgeous? All right, well, it's a big day, so let's go in and have a chat, shall we? Come on in. When Joe first showed me the x-rays, it was very clear that this was a fracture that needed to be fixed. There's two sharp ends of the femur, which is the thigh bone in the upper part of the leg, and they were broken in half and folded over. It's a pretty nasty break in this right leg, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm upset to hear that, she's got such a serious fracture, but, I want to do the best for her, so go ahead with the operation.
Okay. The main concerns for us is the anaesthetic. But the problem we have with her is that she is going to need to be under anaesthetic for quite a while, for maybe anything up to an hour.
Yeah.
And that is always risky in birds. So we are quite concerned about that. And then of course, she's a young bird. And as a result, her bones aren't fully calcified and as hard as they should be. Mm-hmm. And so that will mean that there's chances that whilst placing a pin, they may fracture. So yeah, there's a couple of concerns we've got. Well, I'd say more than a couple. Mm-hmm. Hey.
She must be up higher.
You do. Hey? I see Daddy's quite nervous.
Yeah, I'm definitely nervous.
Yeah, I know. We're nervous too, because it's not something that you have to do every day. It's something that we have done a lot of research and a lot of study in preparation for today, but something that we're really, really hoping goes well and will give you the result you want, which is a bird at the other end.
Just fingers crossed. Literally in the last 3 weeks, we've bonded so much and so quickly, and the fact that there's such a risk that I might lose her, yeah, it's been difficult. Good luck, Pablo. I'm expecting the worst, but I'm hoping for the best.
We will give you a call as soon as she has woken up.
All right.
In the meantime, just cross hands, toes, fingers, whatever you can find.
Yep.
All right, mate.
Much.
Take care. We'll see you in a bit.
See ya.
Bye. Here's little Pablo.
Hello, who's this?
So this is Pablo.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Pablo. She.
Yes.
Chi.
Apparently, yeah, Pablo called Chi, yes.
Pablo is
Yes, that's the
Chi.
least of her worries today, Ems.
Yeah, I hear she's not doing so good on one of those pins.
Yeah, so the right leg has got a fracture, and that's what we're all here for today. So I think the big thing we all have to remember is it's all about efficiency. We need to make sure that we do things as well as we can, but as quick as we can.
Yeah.
So we just need to be the most well-oiled team that we've ever been to get the job done and hopefully get Pablo through and back to Luan.
Okay.
We know there's risks, and I know that we all are nervous. I mean, I'm feeling nervous. I know that you guys are as well.
Yeah.
But all we can do is just do our very best. So we're breathing there, fine. So you can see those small light breaths there, okay? So now every 15 seconds, you're breathing. Right?
Yeah.
Birds are very delicate little creatures. They're very prone to stress, and under anaesthetic, they can just simply die. So it is a very nerve-wracking thing to knock a bird out under anaesthetic, and we need to make sure that we're all on our A game today. There we go, so knee there. Just feeling the fracture site properly for the first time. She's just so stiff. This fracture feels a lot different to what it looks like on X-ray. The muscles are so tight here that they've actually pulled this fracture underneath its knee. So it's like having a tip joint in its knee in the same position, which is clearly not correct. So what we've got here is very, very abnormal indeed. And because it's been like that for 3 weeks, all the muscles have contracted and it's led to a right mess. But unfortunately, I can't see how I'm going to fix this surgically, because to do so, I basically have to refracture the leg.
Is amputation an option?
I don't think we need to. The reason I don't think we need to is because she can feel her leg. She can feel her leg, she can place her foot, she can hold the toes around my finger. So I'm feeling now that actually we should pull out and we should allow her to wake up, because although this isn't a perfect life for her, I'd rather her be alive. And I think that she is relatively comfortable. I think that the fracture has healed, however badly. And I think that, Luan loves this bird, and I don't want to be the one that breaks his heart. Hello, sweetheart. Although we'd love to have pinned the leg, there actually was no need to. And even though it might make you look like you've got a bit of egg on your face because you thought you were going to go one way, but actually you went another, well, you've just got to brush the ego off and get on with it and get the best result for the animal. And for the animal, and I think for Luan, the best thing was to leave well alone. This bird is perfectly healthy. It has a weird short leg, but she's going to be absolutely fine. Welcome back.
I think she's hungry.
She's like, get off my leg. I wanted to have a perfect leg, but hey. It seems from the examination that we've done today that Pablo isn't in any pain. There isn't any chance that those sharp edges of the fracture site could cause any further damage. The healing's been done. It's not perfect by any means, but it's perfect enough.
Hey!
Here we go.
Oh, how'd it go?
Well, it was eventful. Your bird has something we're going to newly describe as a fifle, which is basically a very odd leg, knee, thigh joint.
So it's just a fused callus, so it'll always be deformed and she'll always have that kind of claw-like perch. But she can still perch and she's not in pain.
And is that not risk of infection or anything like that?
No, because the fracture is on the inside. The slightly sharp bit of the fracture that we can feel is on the inside of her knee. So it's protected from anything on the outside.
And it's great that we've been able to give back to you in one piece, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. And we know that we've gone through the process to try and give her the best treatment we can, and actually it turns out by doing nothing is the best treatment we can give her.
I really wasn't expecting a happy outcome, if I'm honest. I mean, I know I said I was remaining hopeful and so on, but just the chance of her not making it, I'm pretty happy. She's in good health and her foot's healing itself naturally, and that she can come to work with me tomorrow again, back to normal.
Ready? Ready? Yeah! Hugo and I, when we go to the park, we play a kind of game where it's like who's going to move first. You kind of like duck around. Come on! Woo! one of us moves and runs, and we just run around and jumping. You okay? I've always loved big dogs. So I was going into the vets to buy some special cat food for our cat, and there was this beautiful dog in there, turned out to be Hugo. And basically the guy who had Hugo just said, "Do you want him?" And I was like, "What?" Thought it was a big joke. Basically, it just wasn't going so well with this person. Him and the dog just didn't really gel, and he wasn't happy and the dog wasn't happy. Lovely boy. And there was Hugo, just so cuddly and friendly, and yeah, he was so handsome, I just decided to go for it. Look at that happy face. Yeah, happy dog. When we met him, he had this lovable nature around him, but there was just this insecurity. You could see that he didn't quite feel safe in the world, and I really related to that. And I said that to him, and I said, you know, I'm going to take you by the paw and we're going to do this together. You know, you and me, we're going to feel safe in this world together. Can you do some up dog with me? No, just sleep dog. I work for myself, and I was finding that I could get a bit lonely during the day. Oh, very good, Hugo. And just being here with Hugo now just makes all the difference. We're not really nervous about his first vet visit. I think it's just to be sure and to be on the safe side. We just want to have him checked over. Every day I just look at him and just fall in love with him a little bit more. He's just the most gorgeous being, and I adore him.
I love you. Yes, I do.
You alright, mate?
Oh, I'm a bit nervous, to be honest, but there's nothing wrong with me.
I'm sure you're going to be fine.
Hello, you must be Hugo.
Yeah, this is Hugo.
Look at you. Hey, you've got to have a voice like that. Has he got a voice like that?
Hello, my name's Hugo. I'm very handsome.
Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful, aren't you, mate?
I have a secret passion for big, buffy dogs, and he very much fits the bill. He's a perfect dog.
Should we go and see you in the consult room?
If I have to.
Come on then, let's go.
Natalie's just got Hugo, so we don't really have much history, so it's really important that we do a full physical exam just to make sure that he's healthy as he starts his new life. I can tell you guys are a little bit in love already, aren't you?
Completely. It was love at first sight.
Can I have an examination of you, hey?
I suppose it's for my own good, isn't it?
Very rarely when I'm treating animals do I hear them speak, but for Hugo, he's got an incredible deep, booming voice in the form of Natalie.
The old ticker okay?
Sounds good, yeah.
Let's have a look at those big choppers, hey? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Is that the first time you've seen that, Natalie?
Yeah.
Whenever you see a lump in the mouth of an animal, that's always a concern. The reason being is they're very black or white. They're either completely benign and nothing to worry about, or fiendishly malignant. And the animals that have that type of tumour can be dead within months.
If it was anything untoward, would he be having any symptoms?
When it progresses, there's things like bleeding from the mouth. You might have some pain when he's chewing things. You might see some loose teeth. All those things might be something. Are you seeing any of that at all?
No, there's sometimes a little bit of blood if he chews like a really big, like one of those big rawhide bones.
Okay. So that's very much something that we need to look at straight away. It's not something we want to leave.
Yeah.
And particularly the love affair that you guys have already struck.
No.
We don't want to break your relationship up, and I think sometimes we have to jump on these things quickly and just make sure it doesn't get out of control. As a vet, we see relationships between owners and animals all the time, but the relationship that Natalie has with this dog so soon is incredible.
I'll probably be fine, Hugo. Eh?
She absolutely adores him.
Baby boy, you're gonna go for a little sleep.
And then after that, we'll find out what's wrong.
He's only just come into our lives, so I just can't imagine or think about it not being okay.
Natalie, you're staying with me,
See you
buddy.
later, baby.
My bite. Oh, God.
Come on then, Hugo. Good boy. Hey, Ems.
Oh, my goodness. Hello. I know you said you were bringing me a big dog, but this is...
A horse.
This is a horse.
He's a horse. He's a big, handsome horse. Yes, he is.
Hi, buddy. Then what's your story? Hey?
Well, this is Hugo. He's a rescue boy.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I've just found a lump above his canine. It just looks a little bit nasty. And as you know, with oral tumours, they're always something to be a little bit wary of.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we need to do is knock out this boy, and then we just need to take it out and send it off to the lab.
Okay.
So what are you doing? Didn't come here for a haircut, mate. No. Me?
Oh, I know.
Oh, so big and scary.
Come on. I know. I know. It's a horrid noise, isn't it? So you get used to it.
Good boy.
You're a big baby, aren't you?
Oh, my goodness. Is he snapping? Is he getting snappy?
To knock out Hugo, we need to place an IV catheter, which allows me to give him the anaesthetic he needs. But unfortunately, big Hugo is a bit of a baby, and he doesn't like the clippers. And it's all done, see?
That is all done,
It's all
buddy.
done. There, you're friends again. Thank you. We're friends. All right, so sleepy time now. I'll get that nasty lump out of your mouth, shall we?
When we deal with these massive patients, it is a bit of a mission to get them anaesthetised appropriately and correctly while trying to manage their size. So it's definitely putting us to the test.
Okay, one, two, three. Now that Hugo's under anaesthetic, I can really see this lump, and it's a very angry looking thing, and it's extending quite a long way down the enamel of his canine. So what I'm going to do is basically cut it off at where the gum line should be, and hopefully in future that'll mean that he won't bleed as much when he's chewing things. Right, well, Em's alongside, and it's just I need you to be chief lip holder.
It's not a title I get assigned every day of the week.
No. This isn't the most elegant of surgeries. I'm literally just going to have to lop it off and try and get it back to where the normal tooth gum interface will be, which is sort of right back here. That will just lift away. Okay. One nasty lump removed. All right, so that's that. He's got a lovely new gum line. Got the horrible lump off, so I think it's time to wake him up. Good boy, there we go.
Good boy.
There we go. Oh dear.
Hello.
If it is something sinister, it's really concerning. So we'll just have to wait and see, cross our fingers, and hope for the best. Boy.
If you hear that there's something wrong with your animal, even if it's a small thing, there's always a slight cause for concern, because you just hope that it's not going to become a bigger problem, and hopefully it's nothing to worry about. So I'll try not to think about it.
Oh, I can hear.
Hello.
Here you go, who's this?
How's my boy? Hello. Hello. It's me. I cannot believe you're not more excited. Oh, you a bit dozy. How's your mouth, Poppy?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the result.
Yeah.
It came away really nicely, and now he's got a nice, clean gum line. You'll be able to see. So that's normal, and then this is the new one. So you can see it's nice and straight and clean now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference.
So I think that just by removing the tumour, it's going to improve his quality of life, because the bleeding that you've seen, I think, is because that growth, whatever it turns out to be, has been growing down the tooth, and as a result, has led to just getting in the way of normal chewing and biting and things. So I think we're going to have made a big difference to that. And now we've just got that anxious wait for the next few days.
The results.
Yeah. You a bit anxious too about it, hey?
Yeah. Very happy that the lump's come away, that it's come away clean. Obviously apprehensive about the results, because we still have to wait a few days for those. And, you know, just hoping for the best, really. You know, coming in for a health check and then spotting something, and to have it treated very quickly is brilliant. And then Hugo will hopefully be okay, and life can resume as is, the new normal with Hugo, which I can't imagine a normal now without Hugo, because it's just such a fabric of my life already. Come on, Hugo.
Come on, champ. Wake
Come
up.
on, big fella.
Time to go.
Let's go home.
Good boy.
Off
Here we go. Good boy.
Thanks, Scott.
All
See
the
you
best,
soon.
Natalie. Bye, Hugo.
Bye.
Bye, handsome man.
Thanks, Scott. Bye.
Bye, mate.
See ya.
Bye.
Hugo, what's this? Are you interested or do you just want to sleep some more?
Is it steak?
No, it's dog food.
Oh, I want steak. Well, what are you having for dinner? Can I have some of that?
Hugo's favourite snack, I think, has to be cheese. It's closely followed by eggs, tomatoes and grapes. Here we go, dinner. I'm in. Scott gave us a call the other day to tell us the good news that he has the all clear, which is, yeah, brilliant, brilliant news. Mwah. I was saying I wasn't worried, but underneath I was just desperate to get those results, and I don't think I'd realised how worried I was until we heard that he was okay, because I got really teary and was just so relieved. Who's this? Who's this? Oh! Hi, Hugo! What a greeting! Hello! Come on, Bella! Come! What are we doing? Hiya! It's always a little bit special when someone opens the door and I'm greeted by the big, handsome, gorgeous, wrinkly face that is Hugo with his big slobber chops. What's this, Hugo?
Oh, cheese. I love cheese. Give me paw. Oh, good boy.
So nicely as well. Oh, you love cheese. I love Natalie's Hugo voice. That is completely how he would sound. Would he be human? Oh, big boy. It might sound mad, but it kind of keeps me sane. And I hear the best part of all of this is that he's had the all clear from Scott.
Yes, he has. Such good news. And then I was a bit emotional when I heard, because I was just so relieved. So relieved. I just got a bit teary. We were out for walkies, weren't we, when we heard the news?
Hugo, can I have a look at it then? Can we have a peek
Can I
to
show
see?
Auntie Emma? Hey? So since the surgery, Hugo's mouth is looking brilliant. There's barely a sign that any surgery has been performed. His gums are looking healthy, his teeth are looking great. So yes, very pleased with his progress.
Sometimes I think you're a dream. I do.
Breaking hearts all over the place, you, aren't you?
Go on, give it a kiss. Oh, Hugo loves the ladies.